Coming up on the Suze Orman Show. What is blocking you from being as financially successful as you should be? I am going to tell you. Also, where is your pack of cigarettes?
It's in my bag.
Is your bag near you?
Yeah,
I want you to take out your pack of cigarettes right now.
Okay.
There we go, everybody. And you asked me, can I afford it?
I want to buy a month at a weight loss camp. It's a weight loss camp, not a spa, and it's $10,300 for 1 month.
It seems to me that this camp is more about you losing money than you losing weight. Hi, everybody. I'm Suze Orman, and you are watching the Suze Orman Show. So here's a question. Here's a question for many of you, and for those of you who've been watching the Suze Orman Show for a while, you've heard me talk about this before, but I've been thinking about this question a lot lately, so I'm going to talk about it again. And the question is this: why do you think some people have financial success in their lives and others do not? Do you just think that maybe it's God looks down and decides who is going to win life's financial lottery? I don't think it. Or do you think it's just that people who have financial success are smarter than those that don't? No, that's not it either, my friends, because some of the smartest people I know, they don't have any financial success whatsoever. And other people who really, you look at and go, are so seriously wealthy, I can't even believe it. So what is the answer to that question? What is the key to your financial success? And the answer to that is this: financial success comes from you and you alone. The main internal obstacles to financial success are fear, shame, and anger. The three emotions that come up within you and literally cause you to do things that absolutely undermine any financial success you may want to have. The shame of maybe it's possible that you either claim bankruptcy or you have absolutely no money whatsoever because all you have is credit card debt and you don't want anybody to know about it. Or anger that you lost a job, your house is underwater, you haven't done anything wrong, and yet you don't have anything now to show for it because of everything that's happened in the economy. Or fear that you're 45, 50 years of age, you don't have any money, you don't know what you're gonna do, and you're just so paralyzed, you literally do nothing. You don't even go out and look for a job to make more money. It is these three internal obstacles to wealth that keep you from being financially successful. And it is not until you get in touch with your own emotions that you understand exactly what is going on within you that you will ever be able to be the success that you are meant to be. And tonight is a prime example of it. Our first guest is Mark. He is 45 years of age. He is good looking. And 6 years ago, he claimed bankruptcy. Mark, tell us all about it.
Like you said, I claimed bankruptcy. And then my father died in September. And I've just been having troubles getting all the pieces back together. I'm still living hand to mouth. I still don't have a lot of retirement. Well, very little retirement, very little savings. And you know what? I figured it's time to do something, or I don't want to end up being 55 and being in the same boat.
All right, so listen, I've read your figures, your facts, everything. I read that after you actually claimed bankruptcy, you gained 50 pounds. You know, there's been this thing going on lately, which is, which comes first? Wealth, health, what happens? Do you gain weight first? Do you go into debt first? I absolutely believe it all comes down to money, but then Suze Orman would think that. So you claim bankruptcy, you gain 50 pounds, but my producers just told me a very interesting thing. In the past 2 weeks, since you've actually been dealing with everything we've asked you to do, you've lost weight. Is that true?
It's so true. Putting it all out on the table, I was scared to do it, and I didn't really want to look, but once I looked, things are starting to fall into place. I haven't seen a lot of change financially yet, but I'm feeling better physically, and I can see that there's opportunities brewing. So, yes, things have started to shift.
All right, so with that in mind, I want to tell you what I picked up reading all of your paperwork and why, on some level, I think this has happened to you. It was many years ago. You were 30 or 35 years of age, and you were working for a major corporation, and you went in, and they actually lowered your salary after you had worked there, and you went in and you wanted more. You asked for what you were worth, did you not, Mark?
I did.
Instead of giving you what you were worth, they actually fired you and let you go, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It is my summation, kind sir, that one event in your life started the downward spiral of what's been going on ever since. So if we can somehow link you back to your past and break that chain that's kept you tethered to your past failure, then if we can break it, you're free to go on and create any future that you want, financially, emotionally, and spiritually speaking. I have this belief that it is that one event that taught you, Mark, do not ask for what you're worth. If you ask for what you're worth, you are going to be fired. So you now are fired, you're now feeling horrific about yourself, and the way that most people rebel, not just you, Mark, everybody, is then they go out, well, I'll show the world what I'm worth, because I feel inside like I'm worthless. Let me show everybody that I am worth more. And you go out and you put things on credit cards, then it spirals even more out of control, because the more money you're spending to try to fill up this empty hole, which can never fill up this empty hole, now you're in financial trouble, which makes you feel even worse, and nobody knows that you're in financial trouble. It's not like when you gain weight, everybody can see that you've gained weight. But when you gain debt, nobody can see the burden of the debt that you're carrying. So now the only way out of it in your mind is to claim bankruptcy. And from that point on, my dear Mark, the weight started to come on. And the reason that the weight started to come on is because that was your way of hiding the truth from everybody. You hide the truth that you claim bankruptcy. You're hiding the fact that here you are and you really have no money at all. You're hiding the fact that you feel like a failure. So when you hide, you have to hide under something, and you hide under weight. And then you find yourself in a situation where you're not feeling good about what you look like and what you have, and that brings you to the Suze Orman Show.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, now, with knowing that, as I say that to you, does any of that, all of that, what part of that rings 100% true to you?
Everything you said rings 100% true.
All right, now, if that rings 100% true, would you also let this ring 100% true to you as well? Mark, you are not your debt. You have nothing to do with the fact that some idiotic corporation decided not to pay you what you were worth. Not your fault. You, Mark, have got to stop at the age of 45. You have got to stop punishing yourself for things that have absolutely nothing to do with you. If you could just get that there's nothing wrong with the fact that you have $2,000 of credit card debt, nothing wrong with the fact that you only have maybe $1,000 or whatever it is you have in your retirement account. There's nothing wrong with that. That is who you are. Then you become powerful with who you are. And when you become powerful with who you are, you then have the energy and the power to create that which you want to be, which is a successful, good-looking, thin man. But you have to have a starting point from that. How do you feel when I say that to you?
It feels very freeing. It feels great, actually. I mean, it's interesting that these are the things you're saying, because everything you're saying feels so true and so resonant. And I could see I was punishing myself, but I couldn't link it together.
All right, so that's how it links together. Now, here's something that I can't link together, good man.
Okay.
I cannot link together that you spend $150 a month on cigarettes and you don't even have enough money for health insurance. What is that, a death wish? Is that a death wish? That's a death wish, sir. And here's going to be the joke on you. You're going to live a long time. And you're going to live a long time suffering because why? You don't have any money and you don't have any health. You don't have wealth and you don't have health. And the end result of those two things is tremendous, tremendous suffering. Now, I would also say that the reason that you smoke is because you are afraid that if you stop smoking, you are going to gain weight. Is that correct, sir?
Yeah, there's some truth in that.
How much truth in that?
Well, there's a lot of truth in that.
Thank you. It's all truth. So you rather kill yourself and end up possibly with lung cancer than face the fact that you're a good man, you don't deserve to be doing this to yourself, you've got to stop punishing yourself, and therefore, starting tonight, not tomorrow morning, where is your pack of cigarettes?
It's in my bag.
Is your bag near you?
Yeah,
I want you to take out your pack of cigarettes right now.
Okay.
There we go, everybody. Take out the pack of cigarettes. Take them out.
My mom is going to love you, Susie.
Thank you, but you're going to love yourself more. I want you to rip every single one of them up right now as they fall all over you.
Okay. There's
Hold
only
them up
3
so
left.
we can see them. Rip them
There's
all up.
3.
Rip them. And as you rip them, go, I am ripping up my past so I can have a future. Say it, Mark.
I am ripping up my past so I can have a future.
I am asking you right here and right now to look into the cameras, to say to your father above, to your mother who's right there somewhere with you right now, those were the last cigarettes I will ever hold in my hand again. Say it, Mark.
Those were the last cigarettes I will ever hold in my hand again.
Here's the plan. Now that you're never going to be having cigarettes again in your hands, guess what you will have in your hands? An extra $150. And you, my producers, have done research. You could buy catastrophic health insurance in your situation, especially now that you're not smoking anymore. That will help you as well, all right, for about $150 a month. When you start being covered for catastrophic events, you're hit by a car, whatever, now you start to feel more powerful that you've taken care of things because you won't be a burden on anybody if something happens. You're now doing wise things with your money. You now are feeling more powerful because why? You're breathing fresh air rather than smoke, right? And now we're starting to clear everything away. So if you can just do that, stay powerful, be okay, and then as soon as you've got that, you're going to find more money is going to come your way. I'm here to tell you, you are going to be one happy and wealthier person. And by the time you are 50, I promise you, my dear Mark, you will be out of debt, have money in a retirement account, have more clients than you know what to do with, and you will be down another 30 pounds. And I can't wait to see that sexy bod at that time. We got a deal, boyfriend?
We got a deal, Susie.
I want to say thank you, Suze Orman, for the opportunity to be on your show. And thank you for all the really great sound advice. Here's an update. I have been a non-smoker for over 2 weeks now, 2 weeks and 1 day. I have gone and chosen the health insurance I'm going to get. And I will get that plan next week when I get a check from a client. And everything feels like it's moving in the right direction. Thank you for everything. It was amazing.
I don't think if you are an average individual without an advisor that it's wise to buy individual municipal bonds because too many things are going wrong with municipalities. And later, in wanting something, ask me, can I afford it?
A men's Rolex Datejust watch. He wants it now.
Oh, he does. After you convinced him, you had to twist his arm. He would have been happy with a Timex. Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. Anne in New York, you have a question?
Hi, Susie. It's such a great treat to talk to you. Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks so much, Anne. That's kind of you to say. What can I do for you?
Well, I've been listening to your advice about buying municipal bonds, and I went on to E-Trade to try and look at them, but the information there seems so vague. And then I saw a headline in the paper about the state capital of the state where I grew up contemplating bankruptcy, and had it been there, I probably would have bought it. So I'm wondering how an average person without an advisor goes about investing in municipal bonds.
I don't think you should. Susie first, in that I don't think if you are an average individual without an advisor that it's wise to buy individual municipal bonds, because too many things are going wrong with municipalities. The last thing we want you to do is buy a municipality, such as you quoted, in a state or a city where it goes belly up and then you've lost your money. A good advisor or an advisor who works for a good firm that has a great municipal bond desk can present bonds to you that are either pre-refunded, safe bonds from different states or municipalities that are strong, all those kinds of things. So this is a case, really, if you are wanting to buy municipal bonds, you have to find yourself an expert in the field to do so. Trevor, you out there for me?
I'm here, Susie.
Oh, Trevor, you sound so cute. Are you cute?
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
I really appreciate that.
Oh.
I'm so excited to talk to you.
All right, well, ask me your question.
Susie, my employer offers at least a cost of living raise every year, and I want to know if I should continue taking it because it's now putting me over the income limit to max out my Roth IRA contributions.
Uh-huh.
I can still contribute the max to my 401k plan, but it feels like the benefit of being able to max out my Roth IRA outweighs having an extra $60 or $70 a month in my paycheck.
So
what do you think?
Here's what I think. Oh, please. No, there's a better way to do it. You absolutely never turn your back on a cost of living increase or an increase of any type that a job may be offering you, because it's not just this year, Trevor, it's this year and that year and this year and that year. And as time goes on, you're turning your back on a whole lot of money. Here's the way for you to have your cake and eat it too. Continue to do the 401k plan up to the point of the match. After the point of the match, you are to open up a traditional IRA and make it non-deductible. Then what you do is in that year, you simply convert it to a Roth IRA, because you can convert to a Roth IRA regardless of any amount of income that you have. So now you get to have your cost of living increase and a Roth IRA in the end as well. See, that is what I call good advice. Let's go to California. We have Anna on the Suze Orman Show. What can I do for you tonight, my friend?
Hi, Susie. I have a question for you, actually several, but I received an inheritance of $300,000, and I haven't told my husband. We have a 4-year-old daughter and kind of a shaky marriage. I do work full-time, but have very little savings since I was unemployed for a bit and also a victim of identity theft.
Yes.
I don't have any credit cards, and I want to invest this conservatively so that if I leave, I'll have the money to support myself and my child, as well as purchase a home.
So, Anna, here's what I would tell you. It's very simple. Whenever you inherit money or you get a windfall, whether it's expected or unexpected, if you just keep it in your individual name in a separate account that is just in your name, you do not commingle the money at all, then it's legitimately yours and he cannot do anything about it. However, with that said, I think you render yourself very powerless when you keep something like that as a secret from your husband. Now, I understand that you have a very rocky marriage. I have an understanding here as well that this $300,000 most likely will be your gateway to freedom. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, so there is nothing wrong, though, with you being honest about what's happened. You don't have to tell them what banks it's in. You don't have to tell them anything like that. But it's something that you just might want to think about doing. But just whether you do it or you don't do it, just keep the money separate and you will be okay. Up next, you can't afford to miss. Can I afford it?
I want to buy a 2-bedroom co-op in New York City for $715,000.
Here's the thing. I could go either way on this one. Also,
I want to buy a 2007 Porsche Cayman.
you want to buy a 2007 Porsche, and I see that is $32,000.
I have credit card debt of $4,500 and part of a car lease at $432.
Wait. What do you want to buy?
2007 Porsche Cayman.
2-bedroom co-op in New York City.
Rolex Digest watch.
Welcome back, everybody. Now, I know, don't you wish that if you were out shopping and you were looking at something and you were trying to figure out, can you afford if you could buy it or not, that I was right next to you and you could say, Susie, what do you think? Can I afford it? And then I could look at you and go, deny, no, you can't. But I'm not right next to you when you're out there, but I'm right here, right now. This is the section where you call in, you tell me what it is that you want to buy, and oh, I will tell you if you can afford it or not. And I have to tell you, I've looked over some of the requests tonight, and they are doozies, some of them. Are you ready? Let's begin. Amber, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I want to buy a 2007 Porsche Cayman.
You want to buy a 2007 Porsche, and I see that it is $32,000. Why do you want to spend $32,000 on a car that's almost 4 years old?
You know, I'm a single working mother, and I love Porsches. I think they're awesome, and I think it really shows a lot of accomplishment on my behalf.
So you want people to look at you really, Amber, and say, wow, that's a hot, successful woman, right?
I do.
All right, you know, I can relate to that. I love when people look at me and they think that about me, and I can look back at them and go, oh, I'm more successful than you have any idea. But that's besides the point. Anyway, show me the money.
Okay, so my income is $6,321 a month.
Yep.
My expenses are $2,264 a month plus $2,095 in rent.
Yep.
I have debt of $9,000 at 2.4% interest. I have credit card debt of $4,500 and part of a car lease at $432. Oh.
Wait. You lease a car currently?
Well, I did, but the lease is actually expired, and that money, the $432, is included in the $2,264.
All right, so you lease a car, now the lease is up, so now you want to buy a $32,000 Porsche. How, with only $6,000 liquid, $5,000 in investments, $35,000 in retirement that you can't even touch, how, my dear 31-year-old, are you going to buy this?
I'm going to finance it.
You're going to finance the whole thing?
I might put down $3,000 or $4,000.
Here's the thing. You need approximately $31,000 in an emergency fund just for you to be safe and sound for you. You said you're a single mother, for you and your child. You have $6,000, and you're going to take $3,000 and put it down on a car. Denied. You know, I just have to say this. When I said to you, yeah, I like people to look at me and I like them to think that I'm a successful woman, it's because I am a successful woman. You are not to spend money on something you cannot afford to give the illusion of success when the truth of the matter is you don't have enough of an emergency fund, you have credit card debt, you still have a student loan. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Morgan, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I want to buy a 2-bedroom co-op in New York City for $715,000.
All right, there you go. Well, you know, the truth of the matter is, how much do you think that co-op would have been like a year or two ago?
I think it would have been significantly more, probably $900,000. All
right, so it's possibly a really great deal. Boy, right. I want this for you. So, girlfriend, show me the money.
All right, so our combined annual income is $11,000 a month.
Great.
We have $5,042 a month in expenses.
Yes.
Our debt consists of $10,000 in a 5-year adjustable rate mortgage at 4.38%. That's on our current apartment.
Yes.
We have $12,000 in student loan debt at 4.25%. Our savings are $240,000 in cash. We have $364,000 in investments. And we have $24,000 in our 401k account.
Well, you're doing great, aren't you, for 28 years of age? Once you say that.
What was that?
Once you say you're doing great.
I'd say so. I'd like to think so, at least.
So now you're going to buy a $700,000 co-op. Where are you going to get the money to put down?
So we have enough money in our savings to pay the 25% down.
Great.
We take that out of the $240,000. And then we were quoted 3.875% on a 5-year adjustable rate mortgage.
And are you saying that the 3.875% is fixed for all 5 years?
Yes. We would, in that loan, the loan amount would be $536,000. And if we make all of our payments on time for the first 12 months, we could reassess that mortgage after 1 year.
After 1 year. And then do you feel, because your mortgage payments along with everything else are going to add at least $5,000 to $6,000 a month
Right.
to your current expenses?
Right.
That will bring you up to exactly what you are bringing in right now. There will be absolutely not one penny in excess. How
You're
do you
right.
think that will make you feel?
I don't think it'll make us feel as comfortable as we feel now, that's for sure.
All right, because when I look at it, you know, here's the thing. I could go either way on this one. You have the money for the down payment. I don't like that you're doing a 5-year adjustable. I would like to see you, because listen, if you keep this for 5 years and then you sell it with the assessment fee, with everything that it takes, because I have co-ops that I have in New York.
Okay.
You know, it costs you money to sell. And not only
Right.
does it cost you money to sell, normally you have to pay something to your co-op board and everything to sell and all these other things. So I have to tell you, you know, if you had come to me and said a 30-year fixed rate mortgage and da-da-da-da, I'd feel a whole lot better with that, thinking you were going to keep it. But given the fact that you want to keep it for just 5 years, you have been denied. I know, you have the money, you know, but it's too tight. It's too tight, and I think you're just asking for danger if you do it. Wait until you have a little bit more money. I don't think this one is going anywhere. That's just my gut feeling, and this was really right on the borderline for you. Liz, what do you want to buy?
Susie, thank you for taking my call. I want to buy a men's Rolex Datejust watch.
And is that for you? Because, you know, I like men's watches, so it's like when I like a big, thick watch. So is this one for you, even though it's a men's watch?
No, it's for my husband's 60th birthday present.
Oh,
and
has he wanted it for a long time?
no, Susie, he doesn't. I've had a hard time talking him into it. We have a beautiful home. I have great jewelry. We give our kids nice gifts, and he never wants anything for himself.
And he still doesn't even want this, and you want it for him so that when you go out to eat with him and he looks to see what time it is, everybody else can see what a great watch he has, and he doesn't even want it. Show me the money, girlfriend.
He wants it now.
Oh, he does, after you convinced him. You had to twist his arm. He would have been happy with a Timex anyway, right? Show me the money.
We have $11,000 a month take home.
Yeah.
About $3,275 a month in expenses.
Great.
We own our home.
Yeah.
We have no debt. We have about $105,000 liquid.
You have $1 million in investments and $1.3 million in retirement. Let me do this quickly for you. Approved. You could have bought that watch for him a long time ago. By the way, tell him I said happy birthday. Enyi, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I want to go to my best friend's wedding in LA.
Oh, you want to spend $900 to go see your friend get married. She's your really best friend?
She's like the most wonderful person in the world, and I was in college with her, and we're still friends after college, and that was 5 years ago, and she wanted me to be a bridesmaid, okay? First, she wanted me to be a bridesmaid, but I told her I couldn't because I was going to be studying in Paris this year, and I wasn't sure what my schedule would be like, so I couldn't promise something like that and then not make it. But it turns out my schedule is opening up just a bit. I kind of have a windowsill. I really like the chance to go.
All right, my dear. And ye, show me the money.
All right, so I bring in about $544 a month.
Yes.
And I also live on student loans, which is about $1,000 a month that I withdraw.
So obviously you are still a student studying in Paris. Yes. I should make you do this for me in French. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay, and my rent, I spend about $535 a month, and rent is $816.
Yeah.
$37,000 in student loans, but it's deferred at between 0 and 2% right now, and $982 in credit card debt. But I have $13,000 in liquid savings and $28,000 in retirement.
In retirement. And this is your closest friend in life, correct?
It really is.
And
I get to see all of my great college friends from there, too.
Right. And how are you going to pay for this?
I was going to take it out of my checking account.
Oh, you were. All right. How, just out of curiosity, in French, do you know how to say denied and approved? Do you know how to say either one of those? Yeah? How do you say it?
Let's see. Approuvé or approved. And denied is, oh no.
Oh no, denied is, oh no. Well, guess what? Oh yes, you've been approved. How could I deny you when it is your best friend and you have $13,000? You have enough for 8 months emergency fund. You could pay off the credit card debt if you wanted to.
Oh, yes.
It's like, oh, just go have a good time and don't stay around until because I might just change my mind. All right, Carol, we've had 2 no's, 2 yeses. Which way is it going to be? What do you want to buy?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I want to buy a month at a weight loss camp. It's a weight loss camp, not a spa, and it's $10,300 for 1 month.
For 1 month? How heavy are you?
And I'm pretty overweight. So several years ago, I broke my leg and I had to stop running. I've been running for years. For about 40 years, and I had to stop running, but I didn't stop eating.
So are you 150 pounds, 200 pounds overweight? For $10,000, you better be that much overweight. How overweight are you?
I'm 70 pounds overweight.
Oh, my dear Carol, that's nothing, 70 pounds overweight. It seems to me that this camp is more about you losing money than you losing weight. But anyway, that's another point. Show me the money.
All right. I have $2,921 a month in take-home pay.
All right, so you're going to work 3 full months to go for 1 month to this weight loss camp.
I hadn't looked at it that way. But
all right, well, look at it that way. You better look at it that way. All right, go on.
Okay, the expenses. My expenses are $2,626 a month.
Yeah.
I own my home outright.
That's great. Go on.
All right. I have $4,000 in credit card debt at 8.9%.
Yeah.
And I've got $2,000 in savings, $36,000 in investments, and $65,000 in retirement.
And how are you going to pay for this?
Well, I thought I'd pay for it on a credit card.
Are you out of your mind? You are denied. You cannot, listen to me, you will not lose weight if you have credit card debt. You'll lose weight, you'll come back, you'll look at the credit card debt, you'll worry, you'll not know what to do about it, you'll start eating again. It will be an absolute waste of every single dollar that you've spent, and you'll just gain all the weight back again, in my opinion. You cannot do this. Oy, I told you, doozies want to be part of the Can I Afford It segment. All you have to do is go to my website, SuzeOrman.com, and you will find the information that you need to know there to come and play with me right here. Up next, your chance to ask me.
Susie, how am I doing?
Here you sit at the age of 45 with a negative net worth of $40,000. How does that feel to you?
Not good, Susie, not good.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the section of the Suze Orman Show where you want to know, Susie, how am I doing? Do you have enough money to accomplish a specific goal? And tonight, Marta wants to say, Susie, how am I doing?
Hi, Susie. I'm 45, single, and retired military. I can't seem to say no to my family when they ask for money or assistance. They think I'm financially well off. I need to know if I'm on the right track for savings or if I've already given my retirement away. Susie, how am I doing?
Marta, welcome to the Suze Orman Show. I salute you, kind madam.
Thank you, Susie.
How long have you been in the military?
I served in the military for 21 years, Susie.
21 years, and you're going to have a good pension, are you not, when it's all said and done?
Yes, ma'am.
What? Just so I know, what division are you in?
I was, Susie, in the Army, in the personnel branch.
And now you relate when I say, Marta, are you Army strong?
Yes, I am, Susie. Army strong always.
There you go. That's their motto, everybody, in case you don't know. Anyway, Marta, let's talk about the question that you have at hand. Are you giving your retirement away, or are you doing okay? Now, here's the question I always ask. In regards to that question there, what grade would you give yourself?
Susie, I think I'll give myself a C.
A C. All right, girlfriend, let's show everybody the money, and then I will reveal my grade to you. Everybody, Marta has an income of $10,000 a month, expenses of $5,800 a month. Retirement, she has $107,000 in her retirement plan, emergency funds of $132,000, investments of $11,000, home equity of $182,000, and really all she has is a car loan, not so bad, of about $12,000, and mortgage debt of $267,000. Total assets of $433,000 approximately, and total debt of $284,000 approximately. Marta, when I break it all down, all right, I'm breaking it down for you. I look at your FICO score. Your FICO scores are great. I give you an A for your FICO scores. For your estate planning, will, trust, you have your documents in place? You do, my kind lady. I give you an A there. However, for real estate, even though we have equity in real estate, I give you a D. The reason that I give you a D is you really have one home that is underwater. You owe more on it than it's worth. You have another piece of property that's a rental property, and that's bringing in $1,500 a month for you and has equity in it. That's great. However, you have broken one of my cardinal rules here on the Suze Orman Show, and that is do not co-sign a loan. And you co-signed a loan for your daughter, which means you personally are responsible if something happens to her and she's in an accident, she gets sick, whatever it may be, my dear Marta. If she cannot make the payment on that house and something happens, you are responsible for that $189,000 of debt on that real estate. Next, I look at your retirement plans, and while you have some good money in retirement plans, I'm also giving you a DC right in there on that because you don't have as much in there given how long you have actually been in the military. As far as emergency funds go, I give you an A because that you have done incredible on given your expenses. Overall, my overall grade to you is a C+. So you're doing okay, but not great. Now, as you can see on your screen, I want to do an exercise we haven't done before. I want you to look at your total assets minus your total debt, and you will find that you have a net worth of about $149,000. That's how you should look at it. However, when we add in the fact that you are also responsible for your daughter's mortgage of $189,000, here you sit at the age of 45 with a negative net worth of $40,000. How does that feel to you?
Not good, Susie, not good.
That's because why? You are giving away your future. Next, it concerns me tremendously that while your income is great, you currently have expenses of $5,800 a month. But if something happens to your daughter and you have to take over her $1,500 a month mortgage, your now monthly expenses go to $7,400 a month. Your current income is $2,100 a month. What happens to you, Marta, if your boyfriend stops giving you $1,500 a month, which you count in that $10,000 a month of income, your rental stops giving it to you, they've lost their job and they're now living in your rental and not paying you, that's another $1,500 a month. So all of a sudden, I'm down $3,000 a month of income, and I don't really have enough money then to do what? Pay your bills on hand. So with that said, I want us to really go to war, so to speak, when it comes to your financial situation here. I want us to take a really tough stance and start to look at this where I would like your daughter, number one, I would like your daughter, if she can and when she can, to refinance her home so your name is no longer on it. I want you to tackle the situation about the house that you currently have that's underwater. You might make a decision, I'm just going to sell that, I'm going to get rid of that, and make sure that everything that I'm doing makes a lot of sense given my current income and my situation. I just want you now, when people come to you and say, Marta, can I have this, can I have that? Look, you look like you're doing so well. All you have to do, my dear Marta, is take out the net sheet that I just gave you and said, what are you talking about? I'm worth negative $40,000 right now. I don't have the money. And then you say to everybody, so now you know that's how I'm doing. I can't help you anymore. Coming up next, the takeaway from tonight's show. I think, in fact, I know we can help you. Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. All right, everybody. Listen, there's so many ways that you can participate here on the Suze Orman Show. You're looking at them all on your screen. Take advantage of one of them, two of them, three of them, however you want. But come on, send in your questions because really, I think, in fact, I know we can help you. All right, now I want to talk about what I want you to take away from tonight's show. To begin with, we started tonight's show with who? Mark. And what was important about Mark was this. I want you to all stop punishing yourself for things that really don't matter. You have to stop hiding everybody. If you have credit card debt, you have $5,000 of credit card debt, tell everybody you have $5,000 of credit card debt. If you claim bankruptcy, tell everybody you claim bankruptcy. You are not a bad person simply because you claim bankruptcy, you have credit card debt, you don't have any money. What are you talking about? You're a good person because who you are, not because what you have. Got that? Next, Ann. Ann was a caller who really wanted to know, Suze, how do you buy municipal bonds? And we had a Suze first here. And the takeaway was this. Really, to buy good municipal bonds, in my opinion, you need a great financial advisor that either specializes in municipal bonds or works for a firm that has a great municipal bond buying desk. Now, how do you find those? You ask friends, you get references, things like that. But you need, in my opinion, an advisor if you are buying individual municipal bonds. And last but not least was Marta on the How Am I Doing segment. Please do the net worth exercise. Sometimes you look at things. You own one house, two houses, you have two cars, a motorcycle, a boat. You have all these things around you. And you think those things make you wealthy. But when you look at what you own, really, what is your net worth? What do you owe versus what you have, your equity? You might find, like Marta did, that really her net worth was negative $40,000. Yet she was giving $8,000 a year away to her family, co-signing things. Oh, please, if Marta had just done that net worth exercise on her own, as every single one of you should do, you would have paperwork to say to your friends when they come to you, I can't afford to give you money. You are denied. Those are the takeaways. But here's what you also need to take away with you until next week. There's only one thing that I really want you to remember when it comes to your money, and it is this, ladies and gentlemen. People first, then money, then things. Now you stay safe. Bye-bye.